Hey, welcome back to Zed and Shy, episode 4.
Episode 4, baby!
It has been over a year since we did one of these.
December 23rd, was it?
23rd, yeah.
2 days before Christmas,
2
we gave you a
days.
little Christmas special, and
Yeah,
here we are.
here we are.
January.
January.
The next year.
Yeah. But we're as you can see, we're in a different setup now because my house is cooked. It's getting painted right now. So
Under renovations. So we are at my house, in my humble abode.
anyway,
Um,
last year, literally 2 years ago, because it was December 2023. We talked about a lot of stuff, but we were,
Oh
2
my
years ago,
gosh.
bro. Technically, do the freaking
technically,
math,
yeah.
dude. 2023 was so long ago.
Anyway, you were saying.
Anyway, but we were talking about exes, and I think we talked a lot about band, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, we
like
talked-
high school in general, I
Yeah.
think.
High school as a topic, for sure, just like in
Yeah.
all aspects of it.
Also, pardon me, I'm a little bit sick, so if I cough, that's why. And yeah, so we were wrapping up on exes the last time. We were talking about my ex, Whale.
Was what we decided to call them based
Yeah.
off of a Disney character.
And
So, do we want to just dive right in?
let's
or?
dive in. Okay.
Alrighty.
So me and Whale started flirting with me, I think in like December of 2022. I remember the first time I remember her ever like flirting with me was like it was at a work Christmas party at Arctic Circle.
I was there.
You were there. I think, if I remember correctly, and I could be totally wrong, my memory's kind of bad, but I was sitting down, and this was just at some point in the party.
Mm-hmm.
I was sitting down, and then she decided to sit next to me, and we were like touching, like our hips were next to each other. And then I think she also gave me a ring that day.
Yeah. I remember that.
Yeah. And that's one of the first times I was like, whoa, does this person like me? Or are they just trying to be nice? Anyway, I wasn't super, like, interested in them at the time. But then, fast forward to May, I think.
Mm.
Why did we start dating?
Why?
I don't remember. Or, like, I know I have pictures on my phone from the last day of school. Last day of the sophomore year.
I think it's just because you were desperate at the time.
I think it was. Did I approach her or did she approach me? Oh, I think we were working together. And, like, yeah, we were working together at Arctic Circle.
Uh-huh.
And, like, I think we were flirting with each other. And, like, but yeah, the reason we started dating because I was a horny little guy. And I knew from her past boyfriend that she, like, waited, like, a month before giving him the gok. And so I was like,
I can wait a month.
I can wait a month, you know? Which definitely was very wrong of me. Do not use girls for their body.
They are not objects.
They're not objects.
They deserve to be treated like actual human beings.
Yep. Unless they're pretty, then they are objects.
That's wild.
Welcome to Shypsu Life Advice.
Oh no, we're back to the first episode.
Call me anytime.
Oh god.
Ladies
it's been
especially.
2 years and you
La-
haven't changed.
Ladies especially, all right?
Call this guy.
Yeah, call me.
Shypsu.
1-800 suck my
Ding dong.
radish. Anyway,
This is
so
little baby.
well, where's I at? Yo, so we were flirting at work. What'd you say?
I said his little baby turnip.
My little baby turnip, okay? Just 1-800 my little baby turnip.
He's gonna turn it for you.
Turn up for you. I got you. My turnip's getting pulled out of the ground aggressively and put back in the ground.
Anyway, we can move on.
Anyway, enough of the turnip. I'm not sure they fully grasp the concept of the turnip, though. Imagine this episode just turns into 1 hour of us talking about turnip.
Little baby turnips.
Little baby turnip. But anyway, we started talking at work, and then we also... I'm trying to remember if we had any classes together. I don't think we did. I have a class with her right now. She has purple hair now. I just found out. Yeah.
Weird.
But yeah, I just kind of ignore her now. I don't really talk to her. I don't really talk to most of my exes. I talk to Double D sometimes.
I talked to Burnett.
You've been talking to her a lot recently.
No, there's nothing there.
I'm just kidding.
And it's on camera. There's nothing there.
There's nothing there.
We're
You have to be honest on camera, right?
Yeah. Everything you see on the internet's true.
That is how it works. That's how it works. Anyway.
Haven't you heard, chat?
I mean, Burnett's probably watching this,
Have you
right?
heard?
So it's not like he can admit on cam, right? That's like killing someone on cams in Among Us.
That'd be a little sussy.
That's what I'm saying. Anyway, we keep getting distracted.
Yeah.
So we started dating, in like May, at some point, and then we hung out like regularly. We went on like a date, I think, to Chuckarama. I didn't eat a lot, and then I went home, and then weird, awkward first kiss story. We were, yeah, I don't know if you know about this.
Juicy.
This was very weird to me. I'm not gonna lie. We were in this room.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think you were here. You weren't here.
I wasn't. I was outside.
You were outside.
I was helping my dad with something, I think.
It was me, the Xederon's older sister, and Whale. And we were watching FNAF lore. Keep in mind the sister is right next to us. And we just started making out in front of her sister.
A little awkward.
A little awkward, little silly of me. And then after like 5 minutes, he was like, "Are you okay?" And she was like, "Yeah, maybe don't do that in front of me." And I was like, "Yeah, my bad." And so I think that was the first time we kissed. Another weird story. I remember the first time she got mad at me was at my birthday party. What's the the hula hoop? Think about it. Do you know who it is? Hula hoop? Hoop? Think of last names.
Oh.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Hula hoop. Okay.
New name. Got it.
Hula hoop was
Previously known as GOG.
Oh, I forgot we already had a name.
No, I like hula hoop better.
I like hula hoop better too.
Yeah, okay. GLG has now turned to hula hoop.
Hula hoop. For
Chat.
context, yep.
For lore.
Yep.
Lore based.
That we patched it.
Patched it.
Anyway. So, hula hoop was like cuddling with me or like touching up on me at my birthday party. And obviously, Whale was not super happy about that. So they ran upstairs and were crying in the bathroom. And I'm not gonna lie, I did like nothing to help her at all. I think like Brunette went up there to help her.
Yeah, because they were best friends at the time.
Yeah, man, them being best friends is crazy.
Anyway. Yeah, they had a falling out.
But yeah, and then
You know what? Side tangent real quick. You want to know something crazy?
What?
I'm pretty sure I've leaked my full address on stream before.
How?
Look, there was one time, okay, I was getting pissed. There was a person in my chat that was just like yelling at me about just random shiz. And it was pissing me off because I had other mods taking care of it and stuff, putting in timeouts and everything. And he kept making accounts and stuff and going on his alts and everything. And he was just being a jerk. And he was like, "I know where you live." And I was like, "Oh yeah, you do?" And he's like, "Yeah, are you scared?" And I'm like, "No, I'm not scared." And then I just went, "Here's my address." and then I just ended up saying it on stream.
That's awesome. That's crazy. That's
I was like, I
crazy.
don't care. I'm not gonna give you the city, but like, find me, bro.
Bro, that's crazy, man.
Anyway.
That's a crazy thing to do. That's a crazy thing to do.
Yeah.
You got balls. I had a similar story. I was on Monkey, which is just like Omegle, but since Omegle got banned, it's called
TV.
Monkey TV, I think. Anyway, there was this guy, and I was like, he was like, yeah, I'm like 6'3", and I'm like, you are not 6'3". He was like, bro, I have it on my license, bro. And then he showed us his license, but his license had his address on it, and so I took a picture. I was like, bro, I know where you live, and he was like, yeah, come try and get to my house, and come try and like do something, bitch. And I was
Was he
like,
nearby?
no, he was like in like Wyoming or something. But yeah, pretty same story. Anyway, so me and Whale, we were things get to the point where we start hanging out at her house, right? And we get to the freaky stuff.
Freaky stage.
Freaky stuff. So we
Moves
made
on.
out for a little bit on her bed, and then I don't know if it was the same hangout or a different hangout, but then I slid my hand up in her
I don't think you need to get that specific.
and then I hit her with the my trigger finger. Oh, and she also gave me the gawk.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Anyway, I was very not happy, because the thing is, using women for objects is like, you just feel absolutely like cooked.
Like shit.
Like,
Right.
yeah, you feel like shit, right? You feel like a bad, like you are objectively, like, you're using someone, and it's like you're a bad person for that, right? Or I think like if you use someone for their body, like that, that is not a good decision. I wouldn't say you're a bad person, but I definitely felt like I was a bad person for doing that. So after, because I chased that for so long, and I was all like, yeah, that wasn't like as good as I thought it was gonna be, you know? I mean, it was pretty good, but like, it wasn't like fulfilling, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so I ended it with her, and then we went to FSY. We went to FSY after that.
Have we
Or-
talked about FSY?
I don't think we have.
Chat. I know we're recording this, but have we talked about FSY?
We probably haven't. Like, come on. Maybe.
We'll save it for another day.
Yeah. We'll have to review the VODs. Anyway, so we went to FSY, and I think we were still dating at that point. I lied.
I was with Hula Hoop.
Hula Hoop at this point. At this point, you were with Hula Hoop, and then, this is the entrance of the Sigma arc for me.
Ooh.
The Sigma arc.
This is a good arc.
This is a good arc for me. I'm glad it happened. So pretty much I was Okay. Sorry, I lost my train of thought. So anyway, we were at FSY, and I remember she saw me, like, okay, so she, like, we weren't allowed to leave the premise, but there was, like, a fence separating us and them, and
Ooh, I know what you're
and
gonna
Will
talk
came
about.
to talk to me, and Hula Hoop was there too, and I just, like, did not respond. I was really tired. I think I, like, said hi to her for a minute, and then I went to take a nap. I don't know if I did end up taking a nap. I mean, we were so tired. We were staying up until, like, 2 in the morning and then waking up at 6.
Yeah,
It
we
was-
had to wake up for
and-
like scriptures.
Let's,
stuff like that, and-
1 sec. I want to give you some trauma real quick. We are back. Sorry, we had to take a little second. His little sister came into the room. Anyway, I was talking about the Sigma arc. Anyway, so Whale came up, right? Whale came up, and then she was all like happy to see me, and I wasn't. I was like, man, I don't even like low-key want to see you. Anyway, so I think shortly after that, I broke it off with her.
Do you remember why she didn't want to see you?
No, she wanted to see me. I didn't want to see her.
Oh, okay, sorry.
No, you're good. And so, Okay, I got it.
I got this shit.
I got this shot. Okay, so pretty much, just lost my freaking train of thought. I was so confused. I thought this one was my mic, and I was like, why is it being so quiet?
Probably because that one's my mic.
Yeah, that would make sense. That makes sense. So anyway, I broke it up with her, and then I was like, at a pretty low, because this guy was getting rizzy with the hula hoop, and so I was like, they were like doing stuff, and I remember it was a Sunday, July 24th, 2023, and I remember they called me and they were like, yo, we want to do a jam sesh. Do you want to come down? I was like, yeah, I want to come down. And so I started walking down, and then they called me. Tristan called me, and he was like, yo, Hannah actually changed her mind. So I'm going to watch her play. I think it was like Assassin's Creed or something. It was a game, or like League or something.
I did tell you though that when you got there, that we would totally be like do a jam sesh though.
Did you?
Yeah.
Well, I didn't hear that, and so I said, okay. And then I started running, and I ran like 5 miles that day. Or I think it was like 7 miles that day. And I was just like, man, I am not the person I want to be. So I started freaking grinding, and I went to like the gym, and I tried my classes. I got like A's and B's, which I've like low-key never done.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then anyway, yeah, anyway.
Anyway.
That was the whale story. So nothing crazy happened. She was like the first, or they technically, sorry, misgendering.
Well.
It's whale. True. Whales. I mean, no one knows for sure who the whale is anyway.
Exactly. Except for the whale.
Except for the whale.
And the people that know them.
Yeah. Don't leak me.
Ah!
First censor. Okay, come on. We've already leaked.
What have you done? You've made. Now I have to censor.
We've leaked brunette like 8 times, bro. Like everyone knows brunette. I didn't leak anyone else, so that's the important thing.
True. Hula hoop.
Hula hoop.
All right. Anyway, so
I feel like I actually said her real name at some point, but I don't think I did.
I'll end up being the. I'm editing this.
All right, word. Anyway,
how did your guys' relationship end again? I don't think.
I'm gonna check the VODs. We used to talk on Discord.
He's gonna check the VODs.
I'm checking the VODs, bro.
Well, I mean, just like why did it end? I guess not like how it ended, but like.
I'm not. I mean, the real reason I think was just I was using her right, and I wasn't happy with it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I actually really liked her. But here, I can send the. Let's look at the break. Ooh. 1 uno. Hold on, chat.
I hope you guys are enjoying one, the podcast so far.
Yeah.
And 2, you're enjoying the fact that Shypsu's microphone here is currently tied to his hand. The reason being is every episode or the last 3 episodes that we have done, we have introduced a new thing to our mic stands. And that's that. I had a bunny and a chess piece and a little figurine, and he had a couple of things as well. And this time I was like, well, do we need to add figurines, little dudes, to our things? And he's like, well, I couldn't find my mic stand. And I was like, well, yeah. And he saw that piece of string sitting there and was like, I got this. Tied it to his hand. And then I found magnets that are fun to play with that we got from the DI.
Sorry, I totally just zoned out. Anyway, nothing was gonna happen. I remember this now. We were just talking, right? And because of after what happened at FSY, I think she could tell something was up, and so I wasn't gonna say anything. And then she said, "What's going on between us?" And then I was like, okay, I gotta send it. Oh yeah, we broke up on July 2nd, 2023 at 3:12 p.m. Just I know you guys wanted to know that.
Yeah, of course.
Anyway, but like pretty much the breakup text I sent didn't actually.
That was on the 22nd. You said?
No, the 24th was when I entered my Sigma art.
No, I was meaning that you broke up with her.
No, I broke up on the 2nd.
Oh, on the 2nd. Okay.
Yeah, it's July.
So it took you a month to get to.
Yeah.
Or 20 days.
20 days, yeah.
Okay. Wow. That would conclude with that X. I think.
Hula hoop time.
Hula hoop time.
Wait, I think did we get into hula hoop already? Because I remember we were talking about, like, I was watching it and like it was, like, we were talking like went towards like we were watching the end of it and it was like, we were talking about how like, you guys got like, freaky.
I think we might have.
Maybe I'm tweaking. I don't know.
I think you might be right.
We can give them a review as well.
Yeah, we can come back to that in a later episode then. Well, then I guess I will talk about the one other X that I have to not keep my buddy here talking the entire time.
Yep.
Ooh, what could we code name?
Code name. Code name. Code.
Code?
Code name. Oh, it's so funny.
Okay.
Code
I guess,
with a K specifically.
Yeah, code with a K. Okay, so.
Code with a K.
It's okay right after it. As long as I don't say it a third time, it's fine.
Code
Anyway.
with a K. K.
Okay.
What? Wow, we're canceled. It's over.
Chat, it's over.
It's over.
We're done.
Whoa.
Chat?
Wait.
Wait, can we have partial? We gotta. Okay. I think we're good. I think we're good. We're good. Okay. Chat, we're good. Okay, so, we're holding off on hula hoop and we're moving to code. So,
Code with a K specifically.
code with a K.
You spell code and then you put the K. Do you guys get that? I don't know if they got it. Should we go over it again?
KODE. Code.
You guys get that?
You get it?
Do you get that?
You get that?
I don't know if they got that.
Okay. Anyway.
All right. Anyway, code with a K.
Moving on. Code with a K. So I met Code with a K, on Snapchat. So I was a little desperate little boy, and this wasn't too long ago actually. So I guess I kind of still am a desperate little boy, but at the moment I don't feel that way. So I guess we can do some growing in a little bit of time. You used the entire roll?
The stuffy nose.
I only gave you like an eighth of a roll though. Anyway, so Code with a K I met on Snapchat, and basically what I was doing is I was going through you know, your rinky dinky handy fandy little quick ad screen, as we all know and love, and yeah, and I was just going through adding people, men, women, just to talk to, because I wasn't like looking for love or anything. I was just like, I'm bored, I'm just gonna talk to strangers, and I did. I was just talking to random people for about a solid 3 hours. Comes around to probably about, I want to say, 9:30, 10 o'clock at night, and Code with a K ends up adding me back, and this was just by quick ads, so completely random, and you know, I was just looking for conversation. They happened, fun fact, they happened to be in the bathtub when I first ended up snapping them, and it just basically started out casual conversation, you know, and from there we were like, oh yeah, where are you from, this and that, you know, like figuring out like who we were and this and that, and then they complimented me on my eyes. I think it was at first, I can't remember, but they complimented me, and I was like, thank you, whatever, and then kind of moved on with the conversation a little bit, and I ended up complimenting her back, and from there we just kind of started flirting a little bit, you know, this and that, just like, you know, whatever small talk shit, you know, as it be. We figured out that we both went to the same school, lived in the same city, of course. They were a little far from me, but I didn't really care, and I ended up going over to their house. Or actually, not yet. I went to school. I met them. I went on the bus, and they were also on the bus, and I met them there because they used to take the bus to school. And so that was kind of how we met, and then kept talking. And literally on the first day that we had met, she asked if she could hold my hand, and she was a very shy kind of person.
I remember this.
Very...
I remember I was so confused, bro.
Yeah.
I remember the Thursday before we were like, I think we were playing basketball. It was me. Okay, code name for
Johnson.
Okay. Johnson. That's a good code name. And Davey. No one knows who Davey is, but he's the goat. He's the freaking goat.
Totally not.
Dude, like he just stopped talking to me. I mean, no one knows his real name, right? Like Davey. Like what else could that possibly?
Davey 504.
Anyway, I want to go into Davey lore. Oh my god, I freaking go.
We can go into a Davey lore later.
Okay, true. Anyway, so I remember. Anyway, I remember the day before we were playing basketball. We were talking about how like, man, we're single, and you were all like, yeah, I'm not really talking to anyone. Next day, it was a Friday. I see you holding this girl's hand. I'm like, what? I mean, like, I was like happy for you, but I was like, since when?
It was really funny to me too, because I saw you walk by, and I think. I don't know if I was giving her a hug or if we were just standing there and holding hands. I think we were just standing there holding hands. Mm-hmm. And you ended up walking by, and you gave me a weird look, and you went, you made some hand gesture. I think you like pointed like, and I went, or something like that, and I don't fucking remember.
And then I think I was all like, you're gonna tell me about it later, right?
Yeah. You're like, you're gonna talk to me later? I was like, yeah, we'll talk to you later. And you're like, okay. And then you went to class, and I was like, okay, this is funny.
Awesome.
But yeah, went to school, hung out a little bit. We were like, cool. She came back over to my house, I think, like a day or two later, and we just kind of hung out, watched movies and stuff. And then we went over to her house a few times, watched more movies and stuff. That's kind of all we did, was watch movies. Like 90% of the time. We did do
let's just say that they were bowling. And they threw the ball in the hole.
I got a strike.
He got a home run.
Say, that's a different sport. I got a strike every time. Sometimes even a spare.
Let's just say every single bowl he was getting strikes. If that's how you want to put it.
Double, triple, quadruple points.
This is only about bowling, by the way.
Yeah,
there's no analogy. They just went bowling a lot.
Yeah.
So
we liked bowling.
Okay. Just want to make sure you guys get that.
We actually go bowling.
I just want to be clear. That's not a metaphor for anything else. Like, I mean, like, you know, yeah.
So anyway.
Anyway, yeah. Glory. Might be the biggest seller of all time. I said it 3 times. I caught myself too, and I just said it again. Like, oh, I just said a racial slur. My bad. Let me say it 2 more times. Go to the game. Go to the game. Go to the game. Oh, go to the game.
Just says the name without anything else.
Let's just say you're gonna be censoring a lot.
Code. Oh god.
Awesome.
This is awesome.
Yeah.
So, did the deed. Yeah, played
the deed of playing bowling.
Yeah, we played bowling a lot. Did the Devil's Tango. What?
You mean you waltzed the Devil's Tango?
Yeah, sure. I said a different position.
I don't know. I don't know what other positions you can bowl in. Anyway.
Moving on. So, time goes on. Bond grows a little stronger, whatever. I kind of ended up just like non-existing from anyone else's life.
It's true.
I kind of went full simp mode and just forgot how to be a friend to anyone else.
The thing about the both of us, I would say, I'd argue, the thing about both of us is that when we both have a romantic partner, we put a lot of energy and time into them.
We like to put like 110%. We like to like
we'd
always be there for whoever.
Yeah, we'd rather spend time with them than like other friends. The issue with that though is that like if it doesn't end well, then you like your friendships start to crack. Luckily I saw this guy like in percussion every single day, so we still dogs.
We still doggos.
Yeah. But like yeah, if you stop hanging out with your gang, it's just not gonna be the same when you get back, right? So yeah. But,
So yeah.
No, I did the exact same thing. I remember. I'm fast forwarding a little bit, but after the code with the K, I was gonna get into the Discord kitten. But pretty much like yeah, I remember I was like yeah, Omar, let's hang out, and like whatever, and then I was like on my phone constantly, like I could not put it down, bro. Like I was like we weren't even talking about anything serious. I just wanted to talk to her. It was bad. But yeah, I put in like 110% too, and to a little bit of a point of obsession, I'd say, which can definitely be unhealthy.
Definitely. I had the same thing with code, with a K.
With a K.
I
With
got
a
it,
K.
I got it.
With a K.
I got
Just
the
make
K.
sure.
Chat. I got the K.
He got the K.
I got the K. Okay. Okay. Can my chair go down any further? This is the question that we ask her. No. Nope. Cool.
Oh.
Was that you?
That was me on your wall.
His shoe just basketball squeaked on my freaking wall, man.
That's crazy. I've never done that.
That was scary. I thought that was my chair killing itself.
That would have been awesome.
Who's
Anyway,
got this?
get back into more code with the K.
Yeah. So code with a K. The big K.
The big K.
Oh, I forgot what I was saying.
Code with the K. We were talking. Okay, so where we left off is pretty much.
I don't remember.
We were talking about bowling. We were talking about the waltzing devil's tango. Not the devil's tango, because that is a metaphor for sex, and they did not do that. But they did waltz the devil's tango.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, so anyway, we're just gonna fast forward a little bit because I can't remember what I was talking about before. Me and them got closer together and everything. I think I've said this part. And ended up going to my family reunion, which was cool. First day was fun. We had fun. It was a little dramatic at some points in time, but I mean, what's a day without a little bit of drama? You know, can't go every day perfectly, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then the second day comes, and we spend 3 days there. So 1 full day and 2 half days. So we get there in the afternoon the first day, stay the whole day on the second one, and then on that last half day, we pack up and we go home, just pretty much as soon as we can in the morning. So we don't even say with like a day and a half plus a little bit extra. But anyway, some stuff went down with me older sister and her boyfriend, who we were sharing a tent with. Me, code with a K, her and her boyfriend.
Wait, was that the Cadester?
No, you didn't know him. He was the guy that lived.
Okay.
Anyway, so we were in that tent and everything, and problems occurred. I can't remember completely right now, but anyway, stuff happened and all that, and I was like, this is not awesome. And she started like freaking out about it and wanted to go home, and so we were like, okay, chill, we'll take you home. Me and my dad bring her back home. Mind you, this is like an hour away from where we live. We met with her mom a little bit, like halfway. It was like an hour and a half. We met with her mom halfway. She picked her up, and yeah, went on with their day. I went back to my family reunion. I was a little bummed, of course, because my girlfriend was at my family reunion and now not. So that was a little sad. I wish she could have just but whatever. When upon getting back from that, I got ghosted. From starting that day for a couple of days, or for a day or two, and I was like, what's going on? I got like a couple of messages over here and there, like, yeah, I'm okay, and then like that was pretty much it. Just making sure, like, hey, I'm alive. That's all you get to know, though. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
A couple days go by, and then one morning I get text messages and stuff, and I'm like asking her if we were okay and everything, and then I was like, something's wrong. I know this feeling, and I was like, I'm about to get broken up with. And I know it for a fact. I was like, I know this feeling. I know what's going on right now. And exactly so I snapped her. She snaps me back. I think I'm gonna get broken up with. I get a snap about getting broken up with. Like, I kid you not. I like in order. I knew it was gonna happen.
That's crazy.
And the part that kind of sucks, the thing that might get someone teary-eyed or something, is that I knew that it was gonna happen, right? And so I wanted the last thing that I said before that they decided to go through with that to be I love you. So the last thing I had sent was I love you.
And then ooh.
Got no response. Thought I'm getting broken up with, and then got broken up.
Right after I love you is a little bit crazy.
Yeah,
I mean after what she did.
I didn't. And it wasn't in like a manipulatory way to be like, oh yeah, I love you, and now like, hey, you're stuck and you can't leave because you're pressured or whatever. Which, in retrospect, it's completely like, if you don't decide to go through with your decision just based on the words that someone else said, that's kind of you self-manipulating yourself as well. But anyway, not important. I got broken up with, and I was like, oh shoot, I don't know, my headspace was gone. I was very depressed, sad boy, and
I remember. I remember. You changed your profile picture back on Insta. This is in the us falling out arc.
Yeah.
So we weren't really talking at this point, and I remember, you changed your profile picture, which was like you and Code with a K, to just your YouTube channel, and then I was like, okay, whatever. And then I clicked on your story, and your story was a bunch of breakup stuff, and I was like, oh.
Yeah, I was.
And then I shot you a text, and I was like, yo, bro, you good?
Yeah, I was really down because I had a really good high, and being up on my high horse there, I got a little too comfortable. We're gonna go with that. I got too comfortable, and I kind of got. And after, it took me a day and a half, 2 days, to figure out that she had been cheating on me. And I was like, damn, that's tough. And decided that I was never going to get back with her. And then, a couple months later, like 2 months later, started talking to her again. I don't know why. I guess I was desperate still. Thought that maybe she had changed. I couldn't tell you, honestly.
I remember. He called me. When
I did call you.
You called me when he got a text from her, and he was all like, okay, because pretty much what happened is that I had just gone through the exact same thing where the Discord kitten was all like, let's get back, and I was like, okay, and then she goes to me. So the only difference is that I probably would have still done it if she hadn't ghosted me. But, like, she did ghost me, and so it ended, right? But, so, yeah, and then he called me immediately after. He's like, I know you just went through the same thing, so I want your advice. And I was like, well, I think you know the answer is no. But I understand if you say yes, because I also said yes.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I said yes. Well, to begin with, I didn't say yes. I said we could start talking and everything, and then she kind of like just stopped talking to me for like a week, and I was like, you don't care? And then she started talking to me again. I was like, that's kind of messed up and weird, but okay.
And then I remember.
But I'm really bad at looking for red flags.
Yeah, red flags are hard, man. They're hard to find.
Anyway, you remember what?
I remember, I remember the day I found out you guys were back together. I remember we were in English class, and then I think oh yeah, I saw you were texting someone called like I think like it was just like a romantic name or something.
Yeah, I can't remember.
Yeah. Like, and then I was like, oh.
It was probably like
I did not think that it was her, by the way. At first, I thought you were talking to Hula Hoop at first, cause like we didn't use any name at all. We just kept using like she. So I was like, oh, yeah, it's that chick. And then I think you said something like, yeah, second time's a charm or something like that. Something that made me realize, oh, wait. No,
Yeah,
that wouldn't make sense.
Gave you a moment of realization where
Something where I was like, wait, this only has happened to Code with a K and not Hula Hoop. And I was like,
I said something that made you realize that it was code, not
Code with a K.
sorry, code with a K and not hula hoop.
Yeah. And I was like, oh. And then I was like, yeah, no, that's real. And then, yeah.
But yeah, so our relationship got back together, you know. My buddy, so she technically moved out of her parents' house and had her own place, and so I was like, that's cool, whatever, you know, like this might make our relationship a little bit better, because some of the problems with our relationship before were also from her mom giving her a bunch of pressure to do this and that, and also controlling her in a couple of different ways, but that's not important. My buddy ended up Hylian gamer, so to speak. Ended up moving in as well, and so he was there, and it was pretty cool. It was pretty awesome actually for like a month and a half, 2 months almost. And then some personal stuff happened with her mom, and she had to move back in. So my buddy had to move out, and she wanted to come too because she didn't want to be back with her mom, because I mean, we were both right that her mom was holding her back from a lot of the things that she was trying to do, and going back to that would make it a little bit hard and a little bit difficult for her to actually be able to thrive again, and so she ended up coming with, and they stayed at his parents' house for a little bit. And during that time period, from about like a month after, or not a month, a couple weeks, because they are only gonna move anyway. After about a couple weeks after the Hylian gamer moved in, I kind of started feeling like, I don't know if I want to do this. I don't know if this is right. Like, I don't feel like this is what I want in life, you know? And then ended up kind of just sticking with it and going like, it'll get better. I mean, it's just a rough spot, right?
My
like,
big win is right around the corner.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I just had to bet another $5 and hope to get $1 million.
I think that might be the cost fallacy bias, where it's where you spend so much time that you have to keep doing it. Maybe I'm tweaking.
No. I get what you mean, actually, because like there's a shiz ton of repetition. So like this breakup happened literally this week.
This happened like 2 days ago.
Yeah,
2 days ago.
This breakup was a couple days ago. So.
Oh, by the way, you doing okay?
Yeah.
You okay?
But no. So it happened a couple days ago, and I'm finding myself looking and doing all the things that I normally would do, and it's really eye-opening because I'm noticing a lot of the things that I was doing. I felt very emotionally trapped where I was, and like I couldn't feel anything. And it's not her fault at all. That is 100% me. Not knowing how to deal with my own mental state and everything, you know. But when I broke up with her and everything, I stopped feeling that way for whatever reason. There could be $1 million, I don't fucking know. But and now I'm like noticing a lot of the things that I do via muscle memory that I've done for the last 7-8 months, whatever, and I don't have to now. So like every single time I like sit down somewhere, I'll always check my phone to see, because I would always check to see if she texted me or if she snapped me back or whatever, like if she was talking to me. And it was never for anyone else. It was always just for if Code with a K had responded, right? Like you said with the obsession thing, where you would sit there and you would want to talk to your Discord kitten, you know, for hours, and just that's all you wanted to do.
Yeah.
Right. I had that same obsession, and I took it and didn't realize that it was affecting me personally. And I thought that it was good for me because I was happy, or I thought I was happy.
Yeah.
But I didn't realize that I wasn't in a place where I felt secure. So I ended it. That's kind of the real reason why. So Code, if you end up seeing Code with a K, if you end up actually seeing this, probably won't, because I doubt you've ever seen any of my YouTube videos.
She doesn't care.
Yeah. But if you end up seeing this, that's why. She didn't really give me.
That's the one thing about Burnett. I think did she used to watch your YouTube videos?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that was good of her.
Yeah.
For
No,
sure. I think she's definitely like when it was like healthy. I think that was the best relationship you've had so far, in my opinion.
100%.
In my opinion,
that was probably the relationship I look back to the most on, because it's the relationship where I learned the most.
Yeah. That was a good time. Good time.
And yeah, it was really fun.
Now the real question is, would you get back with her for $1 billion?
Of course.
He's getting back with her.
$1 billion, bro.
Yeah, I mean,
and she's pretty.
You just
look. I'm not gonna date you, and you're gonna be my ex, and I'm just gonna be like, oh, now you're fucking ugly now, because I called you pretty every day.
I think she's attractive too, for sure.
Yeah, because like I called you pretty every day. Called you beautiful. I
totally
made
get
compliments and made sure that you were okay.
So what would you say? Like, so say she. I mean, she's probably watching this, so
yeah, 100%.
I don't know if we want to have this conversation off cam, but what would you say is stopping you? So say, okay, this is a hypothetical, right? But say she was all like, Tristan, let me get into role play. Tristan,
why is the hair up?
Because that's what looks like, bro. I guess she has her hair down.
God.
Okay. Ah, dude! Different.
Stop making me edit more.
Brunette. Okay. So let's say Brunette was all like,
this guy's making my life harder.
Xederon, Zedor Ehnes.
HE double hockey sticks NS.
I miss you. Will you get back with me? What's stopping you from saying yes?
What's stopping me from saying yes?
Yeah.
The fact that, well, one, she would never say that.
True.
No. My pride.
Your pride, just like.
I feel there's nothing actually stopping. Like, like in a one-to-one scenario of talking to someone, there would be nothing literally stopping me. Right? There's no one telling me, hey, you shouldn't do this, blah, blah, blah. There's no one that has said, hey, you shouldn't do this. There's actually plenty of people that have said, hey, you should do that, actually, to me.
No, I think what I mean is, like, the reason, like, so, for example, I wouldn't get back with Discord Kitten because she, like, cheated on me and ghosted me a lot, right? That's the reason why, like, so, or, like, that doesn't necessarily, like, I wouldn't get back with...
See, my problem with, like, getting back together with people, though, is that I fully believe that people change. Like... Not super fast or anything, because, like, you know, that's not how it works. You don't just put on your big boy shoes one day and you're an adult, and you put on your little boy shorts and you're a little kid, you know? Like, it takes time, and you have to do some thinking and some self-evaluation and some work on yourself in order to actually get a goal accomplished. However, I forgot what I was saying.
Bang, bang. Bang, bang.
I forgot what the beginning of that statement was about.
We were talking about what's holding you back from... I don't know what... Yeah, I kind of zoned out for a sec.
I did too. While talking. This is tragic.
It's awesome.
Chat. I can't go back in the VOD. No.
Anyway. So, anyway, I don't know.
would be nothing physically stopping me. Mentally, it would be all obviously the things of like why I broke up, like why we broke up in the
why you guys
first
broke up in the
place.
first place?
Like obviously all of those things would come to mind and everything, but whereas what I've heard, what I've seen, and how I've observed being your friend and everything, because you know I'm gonna notice some of the patterns and stuff around you when
Yeah.
I'm spending
She
time
has a
with you.
lot of guy friends.
There is
I've noticed that.
A lot of guys think that that is a big problem.
Which is weird.
personally
I just
think
feel
it's
like
fine.
I don't know. I feel like, and if you're watching this, brunette, don't take any offense to this, but I feel like, for example, there's my goat. He plays sax and bass. You know him. You love him. His
Yeah,
name
yeah.
is Monkey. I don't know why I gave him that name. I'm sorry, man. I didn't mean to offend you, but your name's Monkey now.
He likes getting on your car.
Yeah.
She'll know now.
Anyway, but like I knew like instantly, man. Like it was so obvious. And I think he didn't like me for this, but like I called him out on like having feelings for brunette like way early. Like a year
Oh, yeah.
ago. And
Like,
like
it
it's
was-
like he definitely does, right?
Like the first like couple months that you guys started. Like,
And I
being
just
out.
feel like she kind of led him on. I feel like she kind of has a flirty personality, honestly.
She's admitted to it that she had let him on.
That's good. I'm glad. I
We
don't
had
mean
this
to offend you.
conversation one time in the car.
It's awesome. I just feel like, yeah, like, as a guy best friend, there's always that pressure. Like,
Does this person like me, or are we just friends?
or are we just friends, right? So, even then, like, even if you, like, come straight out as, like, oh, no, we are friends, like, sometimes, if you start, like, flirting with them, then they can still get feelings for you, even though they know they have no chance of getting with you, right? Which is super rough. Kind of reminds me of hula hoops in a way. But yeah, like I was me and Johnson were walking out to our car, and you and Brunette were walking out to her car, and there was like 5 dudes in that car. I was like, huh, weird. I mean, like she definitely has like friends that are girls too, right? But like, I feel like a lot of guy friends. I don't know. It's weird, right? I think women just naturally crave male validation, right? And so like having guy best friends there to fill that, especially when you're not in like a relationship, has got to be very nice, right? But is it morally correct? That is the question. I don't know. But anyway, got a little bit off topic there. Anyway, so we wrapped up on. Did we get into Discord kid? Did we wrap up on tweaking? I'll just keep saying it, you know.
The funniest thing about this, I'll talk. Never mind. Keep going. Keep going.
So anyway,
We wrapped up on code with a K.
Code with a K.
That's their name, by the way.
That is their name.
Code
That
with
is
a
their
K. Not any other name.
Bro, imagine she finds this, bro, and she's all like, "What? They just leaked." Or well, I guess it'll be censored, but anyway.
Yeah.
Anyway,
So we haven't done one of these in a long time.
it's true.
I'm thinking this episode can be longer.
I'm thinking so too. We also
I mean-
had that 5-minute buffer where the child came in, so we actually are at 53 right now.
True.
Do the math. Do the math.
Do the math chat. Anyway, so we haven't done this for a minute. Neither of us have posted on our YouTubes also for a minute.
It's true.
I don't know why for the YouTube ones we kind of both just personally were like, for a little bit. I think I might be going back to it. I don't know. I want to. Sounds like fun. But why? Why haven't we podcasted? Why haven't we streamed? Where have we been?
Yeah,
I
and
think an hour into this podcast, you guys get to hear that.
you get to hear about it. We had a bit of a falling out.
We did.
And you're like, what? That's cray-cray.
And most of the time when you think falling out, people are like, oh yeah, people yelling and screaming and like getting in fights and stuff. This happened with no words.
No words. I think we just kind of grew apart, honestly.
It really did.
I think I had some different moral beliefs, and I didn't really know if I was comfortable hanging out with his beliefs, right? I didn't know if like I was like, man, is this like gonna influence me poorly? Like, am I like is this okay with me, right? And I really had a moral debate because I was like, man, this guy's my goat, but like he's doing stuff that I don't find morally correct, right? And so I was like, I had a really big like inner fights, you know? And so like we still hung out every now and then and we saw each other, but things got weird, you know? And you could tell things weren't the same as they used to be. You could tell we grew apart. And
we used to go, like, because we'd ask to go skating with each other almost on a daily basis during the summers and stuff. We'd go out and we'd ride our longboards around the city, like, the entire day. Spend time, like, playing, video games all day, watching shows, or, like, just...
Yeah, I mean, like, we'd spend, like, a ton of time with each other, right?
Yeah.
And, I started hanging out with Johnson more, right? And we started hanging out less and less.
And what aided in that was at the time, and since now has been, all of this is all worked out and everything by now. But I didn't like Johnson.
Yeah, was not a fan.
I introduced him to the friend group. Fun fact.
Yeah,
but,
fun fact. But he does. He can be very condescending at times, for sure. And I've noticed that as well. Like, I feel like he will just like kind of speak down, right? Which can be a little bit frustrating for sure. Which I could totally understand why you were upset by that, right? And especially like since I was hanging out with him more than you, there's probably some like jealousy, right? And you were like, you introduced him to the friend group, you know? So there was like all that, right?
Yeah.
I hope you guys are cool now.
Yeah, we don't really like talk a lot and everything, but when we do, it's like actual conversation. It's not like 2 words, but like we'll exchange looks with each other, be like, "What's up? How you doing?" And he'll be like, "Good. How are you?" I'm like, "I'm good." And then that's kind of just where it ends for the both of us most of the time. And then whenever we're like asking each other questions or talk about stuff, it's like real.
Yeah, they did not like each other. Or no, Johnson, like, that was a starter, by the way. His real name is not John. Just want to emphasize that.
Continue.
Yeah, maybe that was not necessary.
It wasn't.
Anyway, but Johnson had no idea. He, I remember, like, they talked about it at a McDonald's, and Johnson was telling me the next day, he was like, "Wow, I cannot believe, like, he didn't like me for so long." And I was like, "Yeah, man, I'm glad he talked to you about it though. That was very sick of him." And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm glad he did too." So that was very, very goated. So anyway, the falling out happened, and then I think we really started to hang out more. I mean, like, honestly, we haven't been hanging out a lot. Like, we see each other, like, daily in, like, percussion. So things aren't, like, too weird, but things have definitely gotten distant, right? I'm trying to get that back with my dog, if you feel me. Yeah!
For real, bro.
But, yeah, and he had, like, code with a K a lot of the time, right? So, like a week ago, I was asking him, like, I asked him, like, 3 times that week if he could hang out. And he was like, I think he was busy most of them. I think we ended up hanging out one of the days. I don't remember.
We did hang out at least one day.
Yeah, we played Hollow Knight.
Oh yeah,
we played Hollow Knight, then we picked up Dennis, and then we came back and played games on my phone.
Yes, we did.
Yeah.
It was fun.
I just leaked Highland Gamers. I mean, come on, it's public.
That one is, yeah.
I'm really bad at this.
Yeah, you are.
Did I say code with a K?
No.
I didn't, did I?
You didn't that time. You're good. It's just funny because every time you do leak someone or you say something like that, you end up trying to back it up by saying it. Oh no, and then it makes it even more obvious. So if it just slips out or something, people aren't gonna notice as much. Yeah. But if you're gonna go like, then it makes it really obvious, and that's why I laugh every time.
Yeah.
It's because you make it really. Sorry, Johnson. No, sorry, that was a stutter, by the way.
Yeah. So yeah, we had the falling out happened, but I think the falling out is ending.
By the way, Brunette did say we didn't have to bleep out her name anyways.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh okay.
I thought.
Yeah. Okay, that was the one I said most. I also actually.
Plus, her name's also public.
That's true. I mean, like, yeah.
It's the name of her YouTube channel.
Yeah. Link in bio.
It's not.
It's not. Don't check there. It's not there.
Yeah,
I don't know why I said that. I'm sorry, Bridget. You don't matter that much. Anyway.
What were we saying?
We were talking about the falling out.
Oh, yeah.
So we fell out for a little bit, but I think the falling out is ending, and I am glad.
Thank you.
Pretty
Hanging out with this bozo right here. Pretty dope.
dope.
This is one of our first hangouts again.
For real.
And I thought that this would be pretty cool.
I'm glad. This was a lot of fun. This is Sigma. Anyway. So yeah, that's the falling out story, and that's why we haven't been uploading. Is just because like we kind of like it was really nice to have like we were kind of like competing with each other. I mean, you were way ahead of me, right? I think like I was really grinding, and I was like kind of close to you. I think I was at like 70 subs. You were at like 120. And then you like really popped off. Now you're at like 300. I'm still like 100, right?
Yeah.
But like we were kind of like competing, and we were like doing like a lot of content together. We were streaming a lot, and it was good times.
For the record, we can always still stream.
I'm so down, bro.
Comment down below if you want Dead and Shy content. It'll be on our main channels.
Comment it down below.
You want Zed and Shy content.
Zed and Shy content.
Right here. We can play Overwatch again if we have to.
I might have to. I think I'll have to uninstall and reinstall the game. I think that's probably the wave.
Is your audio still not working?
It's not the audio. Like everything works. I went to practice range. Game runs fine. I can't have friends. It removed all my friends. So I can't play with anyone.
Is it a parental restriction?
I don't think so. Like when I looked at it, it was
like a BattleNet like setting. That's just like.
I don't think so. It was like you can't play in this region. So I think it like thinks I'm in like Russia or something. And I can't have friends in Russia. I don't know.
You have a VPN?
No, I don't. It's weird.
Get one maybe.
maybe that could work.
Maybe that's the problem.
I'll try that, and then if not, then I'll uninstall and reinstall. But we can totally start booting that up. The thing is that game is so bad too. We can also put up some Marvel Rivals too. I've heard that's the better Overwatch.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
Have you heard of it? I have heard of it. I've seen a couple of clips from it.
Yeah.
Play. Dennis wanted to try to get me to play it for a little bit,
Dude,
but I was so like,
down.
I don't know.
Yeah, we should try it sometime. Anyway, but yeah, that was the falling out arc. All right, do we want to?
I have a question.
All right, shoot, man.
What's the definition of a podcast?
Like,
what is that? Like, what we're doing? We're talking about our life story. We're giving you a draw my life basically, but in words and no drawing. So my life story.
Yeah.
And then after that, we'll talk about random shit. But for like the moment,
yeah, we're talking about life.
We're life talking, chat. What's the definition of a podcast?
I would say it's like a group of people, or you could honestly even have one person.
Yeah,
I'd say.
Have solo podcast.
I would say it is someone talking about something. I would say unedited.
Yeah.
Unedited. It can still have video.
Like live commentary.
Yeah, like live commentary, right? Usually, with nothing in the background, just like talking. I'd say. I would say like if there was, like say like video footage of something else, I'd say become like a documentary more like if you're talking about it, right? It depends.
I feel like you could have a podcast on a game though, because I feel like I've seen that before. Because I
like with game background.
Yeah, like if it
kind of like a Subway Surfer.
No, not like Subway Surfers, but I like seeing like people that in their own communities and everything. You'll get people like Joe Rogan, and I like not Joe Rogan because he doesn't play video games on podcasts, but. We'll see, like, you have Joe Rogan playing a game with whoever that they're interviewing, right? Whoever they want to
Donald
talk
Trump.
to. Yeah, Joe Rogan interviewing Donald Trump. They're playing Call of Duty.
Yep.
Okay? And they'll just be casually playing in the background while they're talking. Not talking about the game or anything, not giving call-outs or caring, but they're just having conversation whilst...
Yeah, I would say if the conversation is about the game, then it wouldn't be a podcast. Or like if maybe like you can like mention something if you're like, oh man, I just died, like briefly, right? But if I would say the majority of it is about a different topic, then I'd say that's a podcast.
Yeah.
That's my hot take. What is your definition of a podcast?
I think my definition of a podcast would be a group of people or someone, like we said before, giving maybe not insight, but input about something that they have feeling over in a video aspect, like in a media sense.
Yeah.
If
Well,
that makes sense.
I think a podcast can be something you can listen to without video.
Yeah.
Like it's not something you need video for, right? It's like something you can listen to.
Like right now, you can watch this without video. And
Yeah,
all of
like-
you people with YouTube Premium and stuff like that, you can turn your phone off, listen to this in your pocket. Like that's whatever. The only reason we have this here is because one, recording just audio and sitting here talking to each other is not awkward, but it's a little less entertaining.
Yeah.
And this, you get to see our faces, our reactions, and us being absolute dorks and me dropping that stupid freaking magnet for the 5th time this dang recording. I don't even know where it went.
Do you want to put a llama sticker on to hold it in place?
Oh my god, a llama. You know what? Going on my mic.
That's sick. But yeah, no, yeah, podcasts are, yeah.
But yeah.
But, yeah,
This is like your favorite catchphrase back
that
in
is
the
like
day.
my favorite catchphrase. But, yeah. All right,
But,
we can go into work stories or we can go into Discord Kitten.
up to you.
What do you mean up to me?
Spooky Boo.
Let's go and, here, I'll give a quick summary of Discord Kitten so the viewers don't feel left out. So I know, I'm ashamed of this, you know. I met a girl on Discord. And she was, yeah, I know, this was a dark arc for me. I that was low. What?
It's so good.
That's awesome. Show the cam. Awesome. Got a glowing background.
That's so good.
So funny.
Anyway, sorry. Continue.
Anyway, so we met in a chat room. It was like a teen room. I'm gonna tell you stuff that like I don't think I've told you before actually. Anyway, I DM'd her. We started talking. Literally on like the first day, I was a horny little guy, and so I asked her, and she's like, "Yes, but not yet. I want to wait." And I was like, "Okay." So we waited like a month, and then of just like us talking.
I didn't even know about this, by the way.
Yeah.
Best friend.
Yeah.
Best friend. We were falling out. It's fine.
We were a little bit falling out. I know. I'm a lame-o. So we'd been talking, and like she wouldn't really like. There was definitely signs there that she didn't like super care, like she wouldn't like super respond. And then she sent some images.
The spicy kind.
The spicy Spider-Man kind. Anyway.
Y'all have all seen that video.
Yeah.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
He's
I
not
just have-
kidding,
I-
guys. He's not kidding. Anyway.
I just used Twitter. That's
That was cool.
I don't even think we need to edit this one. It's already funny.
Yeah. I think but yeah, so and then we kept talking, and that was like I was very clingy in the entire relationship, and she would just like ghost me for like days, and I got really worried. And I'd be like, "Yo, you can't do that," and she's like, "Sorry, my bad." And then she'd be good for like a couple days, and then she'd do it again. And so then I ended it, and then I was like, "Man, I want a female back," and so we got back, and then she ghosted me, and also she cheated on me. So, and I tried to get back with her after I cheated with her, which was not a good move. No offense. Because I think people can change. I don't think people can change in such a short amount of time.
Yep.
Like
That's exactly what I went through
a
too.
couple days after. So like,
That's exactly what happened to me too.
yeah. Anyway, so that's the story. I haven't talked to her in a couple weeks. She now I gotta get into the crazy messaging.
Oh yeah, I like
Um,
this. Is a good face. It's a good face.
So literally one day
Lore-wise.
yeah. So I gave her my number at some point because her mom was strict and she had to get rid of Discord. So yeah.
What you sending on Discord there, partner?
Anyway, so
What
I
are
gave her my
you
number,
doing,
and so it'd been
man?
like a couple months past, and she's like, "Hey, can we talk?" And I didn't respond, and then she started like begging me, like, "Please, can we get back together?" And then I was like, "We are not getting back together, bro." And then I was all
Juicy.
like, okay, let me go to a text message. Ooh, that's a weird one. Let me scroll up. Let me scroll up. Sorry, my mic's kinda far away. Let me find it. Let me find it. I don't know. I thought I had some screenshots, but maybe I lost them. Give me one more. Wait. I don't. Did I send you them?
Yes. You did.
Okay. Here's one.
Okay.
Please, can we talk? I know you've. Oh wait, that's a recent one. Okay, here's just. I told her we're not getting back together, and she said this. You know, you'll always be a fucking scrawny kid. You haven't changed a bit. You're a failure in school. You're a failure in music. You're nothing but a fucking loser who hurts people like me. Pretty dope. Pretty dope of her to say that. I'd say.
Yeah.
Go to gym motivation. Anyway, so she was crazy. She was like, please, if you date me, I'll
Send
like
as many spicy Spider-Man
spices
pics.
from the Silk Road,
The
Yep.
Indus River Valley?
the Indus River Valley. He knows. Anyway, so yeah, that was crazy. And then I told her I'm talking to a new chick, and she was like acting all crazy. And then she was all like, she hasn't talked to me in like a couple weeks, so yeah.
Real.
Anyway, so crazy ex, she like was psycho. After during the relationship she was pretty cool, but after she got a little bit crazy. But yeah. Anyway, let's get into work stories. Taco. Do we do Arctic Circle first, or we have Taco Bell first in the list, so we might as well do Taco Bell. What do you think? Do you think we do it in chronological?
Do we do it from?
That's a good question. Here, should we
I
flip?
don't know how much there is to. Yeah, let's flip them.
Let's flip it.
All right, chat. Tails. You were gonna say tails too. That's crazy.
Tails, Taco Bell, heads, Arctic Circle.
I was literally gonna say tails Taco Bell too.
Because it's like an acronym. You know?
TT. Okay.
Oh,
That's
great.
wild.
Man, TT.
We're talking about TT.
Taco.
That was a cool.
That was like a transition. We'll be talking about TT. Thanks for having us.
Taco Tell.
Taco Bell. TT, man.
That was one of the nicknames one of my old exes used to call me
Supreme
by.
Court Justice.
Supreme Court Justice used to call me TT.
Yeah.
I love how you remember that one.
Yeah. That one's funny.
Yeah.
I think they're all pretty funny though.
They were all pretty funny. We like giving good nicknames here.
I think
guys.
brunette is the most basic one.
Yeah. Light bulb.
Wait, I forgot.
Munster cheese.
Monster cheese? Munster? Oh, wait, light bulb. Why did we say light bulb?
That was just what I said, because the name starts with L.
Oh. Do we really talk about Munsters?
It got mentioned at some point. I don't know why.
Weird. I don't remember But I trust him.
Anyway.
Anyway, so Taco Bell, pretty much this guy had been working there.
Still do.
Still do. So yeah, if you want to find his, now you know he works at a Taco Bell.
One of the most famous fast food chains
Yep. So you'll definitely be able to find him.
with millions of locations.
Go walk up to the CEO and ask him for Xederon, Z-E-D.
Yeah, what's my serial code? Just ask for that. You'll probably get it.
Anyway, so I remember I needed a job because I was broke as flip, right? And I remember we were in this room, and I was like, man, I'm thinking about going back to Arctic Circle. But I'm also like thinking about going to Taco Bell. But I've already done Arctic Circle and I know how to do it. But Taco Bell pays more and also you're there, right?
Yeah.
And so, we were like, I was leaning towards Arctic Circle, but I was like, or you were like, I don't remember who suggested it, but like, we're like, let's flip a coin. And so you flipped it, and it was like heads is Taco Bell, tails is Arctic Circle. And it ended up landing on Taco Bell.
You know what's crazy is I have no idea if I did or not. But in that moment, if I was the one who did flip that coin, there is no doubt in my mind that I probably rigged it.
I was thinking about that. You flipped it. I remember.
Okay, if I did flip it, there's no doubt in my mind I probably did rig it. I have no idea, no recollection.
I remember I asked you, did you rig it? And you were like, no, I didn't rig it. I mean, you didn't say like suspiciously at all. Like, I was like, okay. I mean, like, I left it up to fate, but I'm glad it happened.
I honestly do believe that it was a real coin flip because in that moment it's your life, and so I probably wouldn't have done that. Yeah. But anyway, there is a high chance or possibility that I did rig it though.
No, that's
because
valid,
I wanted to work with you and spend more time with you again.
Yeah. So we started working together. Honestly, man, Taco Bell was peak when I was watching the videos. That was peak job. I just gotta sit there. I got a freaking Baja Blast. I like kind of paid attention to the videos. Not really. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, all I did was window really, so it didn't really matter.
Yeah.
So don't go shooting hate comments like you're supposed to know like health standards and stuff. Like, I washed my hands and I like took out trashes and stuff. Man, that was peak. I remember I just used to like I would like wash dishes and watch Whiplash.
Yeah, you would sit back there all the time watching Whiplash. We got banned from being in the same positions as each other, like being in the same area.
Yeah.
I also had that happen with the Highland Gamer Boy because you worked at the same one. Yeah.
That's
it's no longer a thing because we can handle ourselves now because we're both a little bit more grown up. Gotcha. But I got banned from being able to work in the same positions or like the same area or not banned. It's a banned. It's like preferably don't put them there because they're gonna be loud and obnoxious the entire shift and you're not gonna want to deal with their stupid asses. You know.
Yeah.
That kind of ban. Not like, oh, you're not allowed to work together because that's like taking away a right, which is the right to assemble peacefully.
Mhm. No, for sure.
But yeah.
But
Taco Bell was a fun time. I still work there to this day. Probably not for very long. Left. I've got about a year and a couple months under my belt of taco experience, and well, I can safely say that I can fold a burrito like nobody's business.
Yeah.
And I can wrap a taco pretty damn fast, but there's no real reason I need that.
Yeah. But yeah. Yeah. But yo, I'm trying to think of more work stories. Oh yeah, when it was Taco Bell was goated. Like I would sit back there. I remember there was this box on the left, and there was 2 pens, and I would just drum sometimes, and I'd kick my foot against the box, like say this is my foot, and this is the box. I'd kick it like that, like I'd be like poo, poo cat, poo, poo, poo cat, and so this is my foot. Like, does that make sense?
You just explained how kicking works.
Yeah. But I kicked it sideways, like a soccer ball, except I think it was like my pinky toe was touching it because the box was on the right side. Anyway, when I was using my right foot. Anyway, but I used to like grab soda or like, freaking what's it called? Baja freeze. Yeah. The freeze, like the slushy thingies.
Yeah, they're freezes.
Yeah. And I would like, dude, I would be slurping on one of those, man. I'd like be kind of paying attention. I barely passed all the quizzes. Like, I got like an 80%, which is like the barely passing thing. If you get anything below that, you have to retake it. But that was peak. And just like having to do like, what's it called? Window. Like peak. Honestly, if I had the option to take it back, I probably would now. Obviously, I didn't even tell him that. Well, we gotta get into that. So how I quit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So the reason why I can't.
Ooh, sorry.
No, you're good. You're good. It's still in.
The
reason why I can't go back there, is because one day I was getting pretty done with like working there, just because like I just hate working in general. I don't like it. And then, like, they would just ask me to do my job.
Nobody does.
Yeah, no, because I was, like, done with it. And so I was just, like, I remember I was talking to Tristan after one of the managers asked me to, go do dishes. I was like, I'm really tempted to just quit right now. And then, like, one of the other managers was like, yeah, no, I feel that, because I think she was thinking I was joking. And then I was waiting, and then I was cleaning a little bit of dishes, and I was like, man, I don't want to be here right now. And so then I walked up to the manager and I was like, yeah, I think I'm done. And she was like, haha, that's a funny one. No, I was like, no, I'm being for real. I'm gonna head out. I'm gonna clock out real quick. And then I remember.
Yeah, so we're gonna pause for a second. This is my perspective of this, because the moment was pretty funny for me. I'm sitting, so we have our window, and then right next to that we have an order point. And then there's a hall, or there's an area that goes back and down, and then it goes out, right? I'm standing right here at the order point. He's in, like, the long area, and one of my managers is standing over here behind it. And, so he walks up, and then there's another person standing there, too. So, me, one of my managers, another person, or well, one of our managers, and then Shypsu comes walking up, and just is like, yeah, I think I'm gonna head out, guys. And then he says, see you, Tristan, and dabs me up or something like that.
Yeah.
And just goes over, clocks out, and leaves. And my
Yeah.
manager looks over at me, and I remember exactly what manager it is. Looks over at me, and she's quite shorter. Looks up at my face and goes, he just leave? He's done? I'm like, yeah, I guess.
I think you called me later and you were like, is there like a medical emergency? Because you weren't like, because I wasn't super clear about me being done.
Yeah.
Like what I meant by that. And I was like, nah, I quit. Like,
yeah, I tried to save his job for perspective.
Yeah.
I called him later and I was like, do you want me to tell them that like you had to leave for a medical thing, or like
nah.
that there was some family problems? Like
Then I definitely couldn't have done it. I was super like, it was just a lot, you know. I could not keep working that job. But now, like, after taking a little break from for being unemployed for a while, I'd take it back, I think. But yeah, I did quit. I just
by
kind of
walking
walked out. Yeah.
Which put you on a no hire list, bozo.
I can't apply to any Taco Bell ever.
Well, you can apply to other Taco Bells, just not that one.
Oh. Maybe I should erase my list. Maybe they don't remember.
I'll go in and remove your name from the system real quick. They'll still know.
Man, I think it's just funny how quickly the managers forgot who I was though. Like I remember I was at there.
Well, when you put it into perspective, how many different people they see, though.
It makes sense, you know. But like I was just like, dang, it's been like a couple months and they already forgot me, right?
Mm-hmm. There's some people that know you still, that remember you. I mean, of course, me
like,
and
I think Mario.
Yeah.
I like
Mario
his name.
From Super Mario.
Mario from Super Mario Bros. That's what I'm talking about. Mario, the GOAT. Mario doesn't have a nickname because he's so goated.
Yeah, it's just Mario.
Just Mario.
Just like Zach.
I saw him like another day, just like Zach, yeah.
Anyway.
And then he was like, "Yo, it's Dylan," and then like, I think I still see like, sometimes.
Pretty chill. We have the same second hour.
That's sick. Yeah, he seems cool.
Pretty cool guy. He's the guy that got me into like low death metal.
Low death metal, gotcha.
The growls and stuff. Yeah.
But
Hoorah.
But yeah, that was Taco Bell.
It was a very fun experience to work with this goober
Yeah, it was fun, man.
in the
It was fun-
taco
fun while it
industries.
lasted.
Sometimes making fun of him because he didn't know how to make a burrito correctly.
I was really bad at my job. I could do window pretty well.
I tried food training him. I think I ever managed to get him on the line with me twice.
Yeah,
Maybe twice.
that sounds about right.
And
I did not do very good. I
both
remember.
times I tried very hard.
Yeah, I didn't really care to learn. I just kind of seemed lame.
Yeah. It's okay though. Yeah.
But yeah. Anyway, any other? Oh yeah, I remember as I was walking out, there was this one, trans chick. Yeah. So she's a girl, right? She transitioned from a guy, right? Does that make sense?
Mhm.
And she was all like, "Good luck finding a job as good as this one." And I was like, "This job is ass." And then I clocked out. But it wasn't like a disrespectful thing. I was just done with it, you know. Anyway, any other talkable stories?
I'm really bad at coming up with stuff on the spot.
Yeah, what the
so
flip, man? I'm out of Taco Bell stories. I think.
I can't think of any Taco Bell stories. I'm gonna be real.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I remember there was this one really cool coworker who's also trans. And they were on the window with me a lot. Their name was Copper.
Appa.
Copper. It's like their name but a little bit different. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Mm.
Okay. And they're really short.
Uh-huh. Hey, homie.
They homie for real. I don't agree with some of their life choices, I'm not gonna lie.
Convicted.
Not them being
felon.
trans. I want to specify that. I think they are very goated as a trans person, and I think they're very cool. Now I look transphobic because I had to specify that. I swear I'm not transphobic. I think they are very goated
I'm
person.
not either.
Yeah, I think trans people are chill. But yeah, they were chill. They they low key they made my job less miserable. I look forward to working with them. I look forward to working with only a couple people. I think mainly this goober.
The Denny man.
The Denny man. I loved working with the Denny man. Might have been the most peak times. Cause we just goofed off, bro. It was awesome. I also
Place
goofed
is
off.
also a very easy job to goof off at.
Yeah, for sure. I think a lot of the time when we were doing window 2, you were kind of locked in too, because you were actually trying to do your job and stuff, right?
There were definitely times where I was trying to make up for the fact that you couldn't do things as fast.
Yeah.
And I know you could tell that, but also in the moment it didn't matter to me because it's my job.
Yeah, for sure.
If it's not getting done and I want it done and I want to be able to sit and just take a break or whatever, I'll just help it along, help the process.
For sure.
That means taking over for a second and showing you how it's done.
Yeah.
I had been there a lot longer than you, and if you had stayed still, been there a lot longer.
No, that's real. That's real. Anyway, I'm trying to think if there was any other cool coworkers. Mario was goated. Highland Gamer was goated.
I was flipping a penny, actually, the other day at work. And one of my coworkers now, they're a newer person. I looked at them and I went, heads or tails? And they go, for what? And I'm like, just for fun, heads or tails? And they're like, okay, tails. I get heads. Flip it again. Heads or tails? It says tails. I get heads. I managed to get heads 5 times in a row, and they guessed tails all 5 times. Flipped it again, they guess heads. I get tails. Flips it again, guesses heads, gets tails again. Swaps again, same thing happens. We went 9 flips in a row without them counting a single one of them.
That's crazy.
And they were all just regular coin flip to there, flat-handed.
That's awesome. That's crazy.
What are the odds of getting all of those wrong?
Yeah.
It's
crazy.
I don't know, man.
I don't know. But yeah. Sorry. Yeah, cool place. Would recommend. Taco Bell seems chill.
I think that might be it.
I think so.
Bless you. Bless you.
Thank you for watching, game.
Chat. It has been a wonderful time.
It's been real. It's been great. Thanks for joining us on this journey. And as always,
Bye-bye.
and as always, Gandhi!